Hey, I know how it feels when you're staring at your current setup thinking, I could be doing this with half the gear. That's exactly where I was before I tried the Rane System 1. If you're trying to decide whether this thing is worth the jump from your laptop and controller combo, let me save you some time. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't just another USB controller that still leaves you tethered to a laptop. The System 1 is a full standalone unit running Engine DJ OS, so you can walk into a room with just this box and 2 speakers and actually perform. I set it up in my living room last weekend, no cables to my MacBook, no booting up record box, just power, speakers, and music. That alone cuts out a whole layer of setup headaches if you play house parties or small gigs where you don't want to bring a full DJ booth. The real selling point for me is the Stems FX workflow. I've been messing around with stems in Serato for a while, but usually I'm still rendering them on my laptop and then sending them over USB. With this box, everything happens on board. I loaded a 4-track EP, split it into stems right there on the screen, and started chopping vocals with the Paddle FX while the bass line kept rolling. No audio interface, no extra latency, just instant creative control. If you're the kind of DJ who lives in stems and FX, this changes the game. Now, the catch, it's not for everyone. If you're happy with your 2-deck Serato setup and only play solo, the extra cost and bulk might not be worth it. This thing weighs about 15 pounds, so it's not something you'll toss in a backpack for a quick coffee shop gig. Also, the jog wheels are nice but not as forgiving as CDJs when you're beat matching by hand. If you rely on jog wheel nudging for tight mixes, you'll need to adapt your technique. I also noticed the XLR outputs are balanced, which is great for venues with long cable runs, but the booth output is fixed at -10 dBV, so you'll need a small preamp or powered monitors if you want to use it straight into consumer speakers. That's a small detail, but it's the kind of thing that can bite you if you're used to plug-and-play consumer gear. Who should buy it? If you're a mobile DJ who already carries speakers and just wants one box that does everything: mixing, FX, stems, library management, this is the closest thing I've seen to a gig in a box. It's also perfect if you're tired of wrestling with laptops at outdoor events where power and Wi-Fi are unreliable. Who should skip it? If you're still learning basic beat matching or only play solo sets from a USB stick, stick with something simpler. If you need DVS control for vinyl or CDJs, this won't replace that workflow. And if you're on a tight budget, the price tag is closer to an all-in-one controller plus a decent audio interface, so you have to decide whether the standalone freedom is worth the extra cash. The FX section is where Rane really flexes. You get 25 plus onboard effects plus paddle control that lets you apply them to individual stems without touching the screen. I used the vinyl break effect on a vocal stem while the drums kept rolling, and it sounded like I had 4 hands. That kind of real-time control is rare in a single unit. The screen is bright and responsive, but it's not a touchscreen you navigate with the big encoder and the backlit buttons. If you're used to iPad-style DJ apps, the learning curve is steeper, but once you get the muscle memory, it's faster than fumbling with a laptop trackpad. One last thing. The Engine DJ OS feels polished, but it's still a niche OS. If you're invested in Serato already, you'll appreciate the tight integration, but don't expect the library depth of rekordbox. It's good enough for most gigs, but if you manage massive crates, you might miss the advanced tagging tools. Bottom line, if you're ready to ditch the laptop and still want stems, FX, XLR outputs, and Serato integration in one box, the System 1 delivers. If you're happy with your current setup or you need vinyl/DVS, look elsewhere. Check it out using the link in the description if it sounds like your next move.